Hi, I am Arthur Westbrook, and I'm going to talk to you guys today about emergency management theory and whether it exists or not. First off, what is emergency management theory? It is being able to use science, technology, planning, and management to keep people and communities safe from bad events like man-made causes or even natural causes. There are 4 phases of emergency management: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. First, mitigation, where in this phase, people find ways to prevent an emergency, and if something does happen, they are able to reduce the effects. These plans should be thought about long before an emergency happens, though. An example would be to mitigate a fire in your home. Follow safety rules in selecting building materials, wiring, and appliances. Next is preparedness. In this phase, people have plans on what they will do or where they will go if a disaster occurs. Being prepared is probably the best thing you could do because, like my grandma used to tell me, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. An example of this would be knowing where you'd be able to shelter your family and animals and who you would call if you needed help when in a disaster. Then we have response. In this phase, in order to respond, depends on how prepared you were for the event. So if you weren't prepared, your response to disaster won't be that great and could lead to you getting injured or hurt very bad. An example of this would be during a tornado, going down in your basement with your family and needed belongings to keep safe. Finally, we have recovery. In this phase, this is being able to cope with the effects from the disaster or event, and also being able to bounce back and shape your life around the new arrangements of the environment in your life. There are many theories associated with emergency management and how they use them in situations. The first one is structural functional theory. This theory is based on how the government handles the disaster. Then we have emergent norm theory, where this theory is based on social norms and the way that people behave in a group. Then we have collective stress theory, and in this theory, this occurs when members of a social system fail to receive expected conditions of life from the system. This comes from external sources like natural causes, tornadoes, hurricanes, and floods, and also internal sources like man-made causes, economic depression, strikes, and even riots. Then we have the organizational theory. This theory is based on being organized and consists of approaches to organizational analysis. And finally, in our final question, does emergency management exist? I would say yes. Yes, there are plenty of different types of theories, like the ones I stated before, but there are some that work better than others in different situations. So it really depends on the emergency at hand and which one you would apply. I just know I would apply the emergency management theory to any situation that had natural causes like hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, etc. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you learned something today.